Guys, what's going on? So I'm going to go through some more recent Bohen money bar indicators reviews in this video, and hopefully you'll see today that we had a couple of winners, a couple of kind of break-even losers, maybe even, but overall profitable AV taking the top three trades on the money bar indicator earlier on today. So today it was actually kind of cool as the movers happened after market opens. I know that's a problem for some people if the movers are happening pre-market. The cool thing is these are stocks, remember, they're small cap, low float stocks that you can trade pre-market pretty well a lot of the times, especially these ones that come up on the money bar indicator because they tend to be the ones that have float rotation and a lot of volume, so the bid spread ask is not too bad on a lot of them. Sometimes it can be, and those can be ruled out. Anyway, before we get into today's trades from Tim Bohen's money bar indicator, let me just remind you guys that I am launching a service in conjunction with Phil and Lance from Zero DTE SPX Income Spreads. This is going to be probably the launch of the year in terms of quality of service. So I'm really excited. We're calling it SPY ATM Alerts. We're doing the call, so the live webinar tomorrow, Tuesday, 20th of May at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I highly advise you come and join this. So subscribe to the channel, hit the notify me button, come and join us because we're going to show you data that I think is going to blow your mind for simple calls and puts. So we're not doing spreads or anything, even though this will be a channel inside of Spreads Discord. It's a separate channel, a premium channel that people will be buying just simple calls and puts. The key things here are amazing. 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time every single day, as long as the criteria are met, which is most days. You know when you're going to trade. The trades last about 20 minutes. They're not difficult to get into the way that something like IWM alerts or some other services might be. They're more short-term day trades rather than super duper scalps. So look at the count growth for 2025 so far, 100%. 2024 was amazing. We're going to show you all the data. Currently the win rate is about 80%, so not amazingly high, but pretty good. And I think this is going to be a game changer for a lot of people. So definitely come and check that out. Make sure you bookmark the page. I'll leave the URL in the description below. I think you guys will really enjoy the presentation, but also the service. And we are going to give discounts for people that are in some of the other services. So it could be quite an interesting launch. So I'm really excited about it. And I hope you guys are too. So make sure you come to that. All right, let's talk about Tim Bohen's Money Bar Indicator. So this is a service I joined. It's only $49 for lifetime, which makes an absolute bargain. Tim Bohen's been around for a long time now. He's got a very good reputation in the industry for producing things like this. He's part of Stocks to Trade, and they have lots of different systems and indicators and watch lists and things. If you want to come to the whole review here, I definitely check out the presentation right here and go through my review and see what I've put in here. Haven't put everything, but I've put a few videos, a bit more about that, a bit more about the money bar, all this kind of stuff. Some reviews and videos I've done on my channel that you might not be able to find too easily just by searching. But I've done more videos than this because I do try and do one every day or two. Sometimes I miss some, not always though. So come and check this out. Link will be in the description below. Let's look at what the money bar was indicating today. So the top one today was MULN. It is a really small float of 36.23 thousand in the float. That's really small. That may be part of the reason it's moved so much and is rotating through its float rapidly. You can see how quickly this money bar is moving. That's an indication that there's a lot of activity going on. And this popped up pretty early in the day. Look what happened at market open. We opened way down here at 0.18. So this is a really small cap stock. But look at this really nice trend all the way up. This is a double. This is almost a double from market open. So if you were able to get in here and just ride this, this would be 100% on your money easily within 2 or 3 hours, which is really cool. And so I use Infinity Algo that indicated a buy signal here and take profits as you go along. So that was definitely the winner, the top one, which is really cool. And you find that almost every single day this is happening with the money bar indicator. So it's definitely top of my list for recommendations because you're getting option size gains here, like 100%, but you're not getting all the problems with options. You can trade it pre-market if you want. Imagine you got an indicator on Infinity Algo, which I also love here, and it started to move up. You could always get in pre-market. Maybe you get up early. Maybe you're trading from a different country. You can get in on these pre-market spikes. This one, however, was nice because a lot of people can trade market open and bang, a nice winner. They don't all work though. So if we look at some of the other ones here, PLRZ, This was PLRZ. Really nothing happened on this one. It's kind of faded down. So you have to have some sort of stop loss, but this really isn't very much. This one is really small cap, 0.0075. I'd probably rule that out just because of the size, like the cost. That's starting to get proper penny stock nonsense. So I'd probably rule that one out straight away. The other one here was PLCI. It really didn't do much. A lot of this, what happened was after earnings here, and we saw a massive spike, and then it's just kind of faded and consolidated. So it may still go, the float's still rotating, but it's definitely not one that just happens right after the opening bell or spikes up at a reasonable time in the morning when people are awake and actually starting to trade. So you can see that not everyone works, so you've got to kind of finesse this a little bit. It's not just a money printer. It takes a little bit of extra work on your behalf, but it's worth it. Some of these trades, very regularly, some of these trades go up 100%, and they're pretty easy to trade. So it does help if you're around in the mornings, pre-market in this area. But also at market open, you can get things like MULN. So I have a lot of faith in Tim Bohen. I don't know him that well, but I know he's been around for 30 years now doing this stuff. Make sure you watch his webinar. And I'll also put a direct link to purchase the system. It's only $49. So it's definitely worth it, even if you're not going to use it that much. It's for lifetime. You also get alerts from Tim Bohen on Mondays. But to be honest, I've not found those to be that helpful. I prefer just using the system as it is. So yeah, anyway, check out all the links in the description below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Make sure you come to the webinar tomorrow. Don't forget.